Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Hearthstone. I just want to point out right now, it is about 3:30 in Central US time zone, and there is nobody on at all. Not just playing the Hearthstone. There is nobody playing any Blizzard game at all. Now this might be because they're having network trouble, because they did seem to be having network trouble. But it might also just be the timing, and that goes to really show that I need more friends. I need more people to friend me. We're gonna try to get the priest done here, and then the mage. I guess we'll start with the hunter and mage for a little bit. We'll play at least 2 games on that. Let's try a wild hunter and see what happens on ranked play. Speaking of, well, somewhat speaking of, that reminded me of the fact that Twitch has now fully integrated into Amazon Prime. And so now there is this Twitch Prime thing that will get you a free character to play as in a free new character to play as that you can only unlock it there. And every month you're supposed to get some in-game thing for Overwatch or Hearthstone, and ideally I imagine there's going to be other games too. But right now it's just Blizzard that's the only people around it. And I don't have Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime is $100. I'm back and forth between spending enough on Amazon for that second day free shipping to really matter. The truth of the matter is, by the time something is shipped from me, I've probably gonna get it on the second or third day anyways, because there is a shipping facility, frankly, just down the street from where I live. So it's not just down the street, it's maybe a couple miles, but it's within driving distance. So unless something is coming from another one of their facilities and has to be flown to that facility before it's bundled with some other stuff, the extra 2-day thing doesn't help. The Amazon Prime TV thing is interesting, but not necessarily
tonight. A tale of glorious
a good seller either, because while I did enjoy The Man from High Castle on there, and I did like the fact that I could watch Hannibal on there, the reason I had to watch Hannibal watch the first season, which I missed, of Hannibal on Amazon Prime, is simply because it wasn't on where it should have been, which would have been Netflix. I would much prefer everything be on Netflix, but I recently saw that 50% of Netflix's catalog has disappeared as these different companies are trying to break away and separate it back into channels, like TV channels. So, which then eventually somebody will come up with the genius ideas. Let's bundle all this into a cable package of streaming things, streaming services, and we'll charge you $100 a month for these bundles of streaming services, instead of the $10 a month you're paying for Netflix, which it should just all be on Netflix, because 90% of everything on all the streaming channels, even including Netflix, are unwatchable garbage to most viewers.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Me included. And I like to watch garbage, usually. Do I want to do this or this? Do this. And then do this. And then the turn. So you have free 2-day shipping on Amazon Prime. That's not really a sell. You have the Amazon Prime Video. That's not really a sell. You have Twitch Prime, which lets you subscribe to things for free. Which I'm not sure if people are going to be happy. I'm not sure if streamers are going to be happy about that. Because subscribing before was effectively how you were getting your money at $5 or $10 a month. And see, when you have a bunch of kids with their parents' credit cards doing that you can, if you're the top streamers, make decent money there, more money than you probably could for YouTube. Unfortunately, I think that only works for the top streamers. Yeah, Twitch has also introduced the idea of they're allowing you to upload videos now, and there certainly is an appeal to dealing with Twitch in the lack of a content ID system. Well, there is a content ID system, but it's not YouTube's content ID system, so there's less of a desire for people to go on there and
so
fight.
many possibilities.
When you look at content ID, it may very well be from the perspective of the big music companies that when they get in-game music content ID, that's just gravy. It's not even their main concern. Their main concern may very well actually be people posting entire songs on YouTube and all that. However, they are certainly not acting fairly there, because it would be easy for them to look at the video and go, oh, this game, we know this game, we licensed the music to this game, and this person's talking over the game, and thus it's fair use. We understand what that means, and we will honor the law that we're supposed to be honoring. Let's see, 4 or 6. I'll do this, and then I'm going to do this. And that happens twice, and so I can
Quickly.
I guess I could have won right there.
Quickly.
I think I very well could have won right there. So it's a weird situation, because I kind of think I would like to just jump on the Twitch Prime right now and get that new character and not lose any opportunities there. If it started giving me something of real value instead of just other cards, other faces to play as, that would be nice. I'm not a huge fan of losing all of this stuff. I'm not a huge fan of losing here either, but of losing out on opportunities because I'm not spending money. And this is just yet another example of missing out on opportunities in Hearthstone because I'm not spending money. And more honestly, I probably should just be mad at Hearthstone for having exclusives and saying, look, your game, you're super greedy. You want us to buy all these card packs with just a chance of getting these legendaries that we kind of need if we want to actually succeed at all. And you've got all kinds of other things that you want us to buy. The welcome bundle, again, just a super greedy thing to do, but also there, I believe, is the character.
Give me strength.
Let
is the
the
character
hunt
from Twitch
begin.
Prime that you would get, and she's a priest. And doesn't that mean there's actually 3 priest characters now? Wasn't there already a replacement priest character? I know some of these characters haven't been replaced. I don't think there's a secondary warlock.
Job's done.
But it's literally for me. It would be $100 to do that. Plus, sure I'd get other benefits from it, but I don't watch stream. I don't watch Twitch. I don't have time for that. And I don't subscribe to other people's channels. I don't stream to Twitch. So for me, it basically does boil down to $100 for that, and that's it. So that's irritating. Slightly less irritating, although possibly still irritating in a couple different ways, as I make this stretch transition. Neil deGrasse Tyson is releasing a game called Neil deGrasse Tyson Presents Space Odyssey. Now, as best as I can figure, it is a universe simulator that's going to have a bunch of famous people make their own things, and I'm not sure if any of them are actually going to make their own universes. I would say it's like Kerbal Space Program, but I think the element of making the spaceships and flying them might be a little bit less of a focus. Of course, it may very well be that Space Odyssey does everything better than Kerbal does, and Kerbal falls off the map completely. It mostly has fallen off the map. It's funny, Giant Bomb got it in and out of that right at the tail end of Kerbal Space Program. Part of the problem is with them is they just didn't work very fast in making the game, and then I believe they've said now they're done with it and it's functionally complete. You know, that game has problems as a video game, needs more work. We can talk about a couple of updates here, and let's see, Darkest Dungeon has a new DLC that's been announced called the Crimson Court, and I have vampires question marked by that. It looked certainly like it was going to be vampires. So another set of characters you can play as in Darkest Dungeon. Now, I had every intention of playing Darkest Dungeon during the Halloween month and simply ran into other games to record, and so now it gets down to when do I want to play that? At what update do I want it?
Do you know the secret
touch
handshake?
the game?
Because
I'm already too late. I feel like I'm just gonna constantly end up doing it. And see, if they put out a DLC, say Crimson Court came out, and I said, well, now's a good time to play it. I still have to play the main part of the game first. So it would still be several hours, I would assume, depending on how the DLC is set up, in which I would just be getting used to the gameplay. I would not really know what's going on. And let's see what else. Let's go ahead and kill this character. And so it still wouldn't be the most attractive coverage of that video game, because people who had played the original core part of Darkest Dungeon could just hop into the DLC and say, here's my game after hours and hours of playing it, and I know everything about it, and let's just see what's different in the DLC. Much like the recent snapshots from Minecraft or new element. They're making a lot of videos about the snapshots and the new elements. And frankly, for their next update being an exploration update, there's some very
Do you
interesting
have the artifact?
redstone things going on there. With the shulker boxes now having the ability to hold the items. So they're like chests, except for when you break them, the items stay in the chest instead of falling on the ground. And with the observer block practically changes and improves upon every single redstone design that exists here. You could probably do it better now with observer blocks. Let's see. This character is healed. Give one to Cthulhu.
Feel my pain.
Job's done.
So, again, I wish I had some free time. I wish I could go into my server if my server is even still running and working, and try the new snapshot. Although I don't really even need to go into my server because that actually is pointless. I can just download the snapshot on my PC and play it locally.
Just a pinch of
I've got a couple ideas I think I can probably figure out with the sugar box, but I'm not going to do it, and by the time I get around to it, I'm sure somebody else will do it. It is surprising that Warcraft is still popular after what has been an incredibly long amount of time, but but it is, and that's fine. And there's still people that get some views on it. The other game that's updated to Stardew Valleys has its newest update is out.
The feast of souls.
Again, once I get around to playing Stardew Valleys, that might be cool and work. Are these beasts? No. Let's see.
None may challenge the living flame.
Here we go. We need to kill this guy. And do this. And this. And this. And then turn. Google announced a thing they call the Daydream. Whatever is it called? The Daydream video or view?
Do you hear its call?
And I should write better so I can read my own
Listen
handwriting.
closely.
I think that's the Daydream view. Basically, it's the same or similar lens technologies as Google Cardboard and the also
All realities.
Oculus Rift and all
Hunt
that.
them down.
But you strap your cell phone in front of it, and it comes with a little controller that folds into there's a flap in front of the goggles that comes down. And when you're not using it, you put this little Wiimote controller thing in it. And when you are using it, you take the controller out and you put your phone in there, and then you tighten the flaps all around it.
Executors.
Let's see.
Listen closely.
Death rattles triggered twice.
The scourge
There it
will
is.
consume you.
Deal 8 damage to a random enemy. If I killed this one.
Simple fool.
I guess I have to do this now. And I guess I can either attack here is I guess the right move.
Job's done.
I hope I win here. I'm not really getting very many victories, and I can already tell I'm
Is
gonna
someone injured?
end up playing off screen. And it's ridiculous now because I'm playing Regency Solitaire off screen. I'm playing this off screen.
For
Just so much struggle. The struggle is real.
Listen closely.
Right, how about this? Add 2 random spells to your hand from your opponent's class, or destroy beast. If I play this, I can't do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. And let's
to the slaughter.
this. And play this. I should have played that earlier if I was going to do that.
My dream ends. Your nightmare.
And I lost. Totally lost. Again, darn it, darn it, darn it. Let's try a standard hunter play then, I guess. So standard hunter play ranked. And the final thing on my list is Xbox One has introduced rare achievements. So, as best as I can figure, this is a second tier that will possibly have a second option so that you can only see rare achievements and not the regular achievements pop up when you're playing on Xbox One. I really wouldn't mind if they got away from achievements altogether and they just like, we like that idea, but we're gonna get away from it or not show it. But obviously they are trying to do some of that still. But personally, if I was playing a game and I just wanted rare achievements, I see the idea there. Now, I don't think it gives you any different rewards or prestige or anything.
Astonishing.
I still think you're very much just getting that gamer score, and whatever gamer score amount was on that achievement you get. It's just now they have statistics and they can say, look, less than 5%, less than 1% of players have gotten this achievement. So you should take heart to that. And that's everything I have to talk about, so I'm erasing my whiteboard. Funny story about my whiteboard. Let's see if I can tell this without embarrassing anyone. So I have this whiteboard, which is actually a blackboard. It's a digital boogie board thing, some cheap garbage electronic thing that it's like a Etch-a-Sketch sort of. You write on it with just a plastic pen, and then there's a button that erases everything. There's no ink in the pen or anything. It's just a point of plastic, and the quality is pretty low on it too. So you're writing you're writing pretty big, and there's not that much on the room on it too. So if some weeks I stretch to fill it, and most weeks I stretch to fill the board, but a lot of weeks I'm running out of space and having to squeeze things in more. But it just has some magnets on the back where you could stick it on a refrigerator, which makes sense. That totally makes sense. That would be how it worked. But I needed it to work around
Job's done.
Around my mic stand, and my mic stand is a 1/2 of an inch of like rolled aluminum, so the magnets are not sticking to it and all that. So I set out to find something I could put on it so it would stay up on it. And I asked somebody if they could find these 3M coat hanger things, and I sent them an email saying this exact one. And I totally forgot about it. And in the meantime, I had bought a soap holder that you would stick on the back of, or the side of a sink. It's not a soap holder, it's a sponge holder. It holds a sponge on the side of the sink with suction cups. I found that. I was able to take the suction cups off and then use the backing to just super glue it to the back of the board, upside down. Then it is this nice white thing that catches around the mic stand. And so I thought I was done there. And that person now, like a month and a half later, comes to me and they go, I found that thing you were looking for. And I'm like, oh, oops. And I had totally forgotten about it. And in fact, I was looking for something similar, but a different model of a 3M strip to hang just a like poster on the wall type thing. And so I thought that's the one that they were talking about. And I was like, oh no, this is the wrong thing. I must have sent you the wrong thing. And then about 12 hours later, I thought about it, and I'm like, oh no, I did ask for this exact thing months ago. And so I guess I need to be more careful about asking people to get things done, because if people are slow, they may very well.
A tale of true terror.
Come with me.
Alright. Here my secrets cost 0.
Drink with me, friend.
I'm gonna throw this guy back and play him again. So, not a big problem. They'll take it back and get a refund. But it was certainly a mess. And certainly a problem I could have just solved had I been better funded. Or I don't even think it was a matter of money. I was just asking them because I figured they had it already. Didn't realize they were gonna continuously look for it.
Tonight, a tale of long lost worlds.
So we'll play this again. And do this. And then the turn. Destroy all minions, summon your death rattle minions that died this game. Do I have any death rattle minions? I'm not sure I have any in this deck. Nobody's even hit my face once. Let's see.
Job's done.
And we'll be done at the end of this recording because I've just run out of things to talk about and I'm getting quiet, and I really don't see a reason to record myself playing this game if I'm just going to be quiet. Apparently this game, I've only played this deck once and I won. So I have 100% win ratio. Which I may still very well have a 100% win ratio. If they can't do something to stop this guy, I'm gonna just attack, attack, and attack. What is he doing? I have no idea.
I must choose.
Let's see, do I do this and this, or let's try this. Actually, what I wanted to try was this.
Welcome to the Grand Tournament, champion.
And that does 3 damage to an enemy hero. And then I wanted to
I'll put it
this
on your tab.
and see if I could get it up to 4 damage. I bet I can't do that. This would be one of those rare opportunities in which I could do something like this. So. That was the first time he'd even attacked my face.
A fight! Count me in!
Come on. Just don't injure, just don't concede. Yeah, just be kind enough to let me try this experiment. See, I wish there was an experiment mode, really. Yeah, that would help
Welcome
a
to
lot.
the Grand Tournament, champion.
Yeah, can't do it. Cannot improve any more than 3.
Another round?
There we go. So, good thing this is a legendary, because otherwise it would be pointless. I think I'm just gonna play this and see what happens next turn. I don't think I have any Death Rattle cards at all, so I bet nothing happens. Yep, nothing. And actually that messed me up now. I could have won right there.
Don't
Now
worry,
I'm just
loves. The
wasting
cavalry's
time.
here.
Now I'm just being silly and wasting time. So we didn't get the priest done, I don't believe, and I don't believe we got, well, we didn't get the hunter and rogue done. So I've got more work to do. I actually have an incredible amount of work to do, because now that I've finished Bioshock 2, I've got to schedule that and schedule everything else up and just really catch up on doing some paperwork. So I'll have to get 4 victories this way and like 1 more victory on the priest. So I have a lot more gaming to play, but nothing more to say. So that's going to be it for this recording session. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me further, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.